It has a different accent than we do. She knows what's up. He is cute. Later, we'll have to try to get our picture in front of that sign without having to pay for it. Without having to pay for it in front of that Roatan sign. Maybe when we get back. If we buy something, I don't want to lug it around.
Just the seats and stuff in the water.
Looks like a Margaritaville shit might be over there. I think that's what Margaritaville is. Oh, are they? It might not be Margaritaville. Hey, we're gonna go to the shops afterwards, okay? Not right now. Nobody.
Go on the way back.
Because we don't want to carry stuff with us on our excursion. Come on.
Oh, you're not gonna buy anything? Come on.
We'll look later, okay? As long as our excursion goes well, buddy, I promise we're gonna shop, okay? We want souvenirs from Roatan. We just don't want to carry it with us.
Plus, we're going to Cox and Hole, which is like the downtown area.
Better souvenirs.
You're not getting another stuff. You already got a stuffy history. That's your one stuffy. Daddy needs the fork to start rocking just a little bit.
Are you having problems?
Just
Don't have your land legs?
my land legs. Daddy would do very good on the boat long term, I think. When I got off of it at the end of my 7 months, it would be a problem.
Yeah. Here's where the massages are set up.
What?
Yeah.
Come here.
Hey, you cannot walk away from the dog. Okay?
There's a purple duck set.
Hey, we don't want you to get snatched in a foreign country, okay? You have to stay with us. In a country that's on our own, you have to stay with us.
Yeah, this is not America.
The rules and the laws are different here. The people are different here. Oh, can we take our picture in front of this one?
What's this one carry with the parrot?
Blue parrot.
Okay.
So there's another Roatan sign down here. With our ship in the background.
Yeah.
And then we go over to our excursion. Watch your step.
Oh man. sit up front here, buddy? So you can see where we're going? Mommy, do you need to sit up here?
The Spanish, the mother tongue here, why everybody speaks English?
Tourists.
Yes, but originally we used to be a British colony. Okay, so you can hear me well in the back, guys? Guys, you can hear me? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, originally we used to be a British colony. So, you know Christopher Colomb, he discovered North America in 1492. In between 1492, sorry, I'm freezing. In between 1492 and 1742, we used to be a Spanish colony, okay? Then in 1742, we got what we call the 3 Weeks War, which laid 3 weeks in between the Spanish and the British. The British kicked the Spanish out of the 3 islands. We will talk about that. We have 3 islands, not only Roatan, okay? So in between 1742 and 1852, for 110 years, we used to be a British colony before to be officially part of Honduras, the country of 18th and last department of Honduras, called the Bay Islands of Honduras. Okay, so this is the reason why for 110 years, being a British colony, everybody speaks British. For like 6-7 generations, people only speak English in the past. Okay, and during all that time, when for the little kids at school, learning Spanish was forbidden. So it was only full English. Okay, and their own language, which is called the Islander, which is basically it's like in Jamaica, you know, like a slang. If you didn't born here, like you can't speak that. Okay, my wife, she's from here. I already told you. I mean, she born on the mainland, but since she's 2 years old, she's living here. So she speaks Islander. Thank you, sir. But I mean, I can understand, but I can't speak Islander. You know, it's like, give me some water. They will say, give me water. So it's like they will short everything, you know. So it's weird, but yeah, you can understand with practice. Okay. So as I told you, we have 3 islands. The island of Roatan, where we are today. Okay. With Coxenol, where we are right now. Coxenol, this is the biggest city of the island of Roatan, the capital of the island of Roatan. So Roatan, this is 42 miles long, 5 miles large, 97,000 people living on. Small island, but pretty busy, right? Then on the west side, we have the second island called Utila. Utila, this is half size of Roatan, 24,000 people living on. And then you've got on the east side, the smallest of the 3 islands called Guanaja, with only 4,000 people living on. So the 3 islands together, we are around 130,000 people. Okay, so once again, small islands, but pretty busy. And we only are talking about people living on the island. We don't take in account all of you guys coming for the day through the cruise ships, the people coming for the weekend from the mainland, people coming from US, Canada, Europe for a week or more. So at any time, we are like at least 200,000 people living on the island. So pretty busy, right? Okay, guys, so we'll talk about a lot of things today. I want to speak about electricity, water, health system, instruction, education, school, politics, corruption, unfortunately, tourism, like a lot of things. Okay, we will start first. I mean, during like all the area we'll be talking about, I want to speak a little bit about money, because I want you to understand a lot of people, they come here thinking, oh, Roatan, part of Honduras, a third world country, it's gonna be cheap. You're wrong. It's New York City, guys. It's expensive, like a lot. Okay, you have to understand, all of us, we are living thanks to the tourism. So it's good. It's good and it's bad. But tourism, I mean, make the island growing up, but everything just went up. Okay, everything is expensive. In my case, to explain you very, very quickly, I got 4 kids. I adopted 2 little boys, local boys, 9 years ago. Okay, my wife, and then we got 2 little ones. So we are 6 living home. My wife, she's chef, and I'm tour guy. I'm the eldest tour guy of that company now, and I'm dive master instructor. I got 2 jobs. You need 2 jobs if you want to live normally. Okay, to live normally, pay what I have to pay, and you know, I mean, live normally. No fancy emergency light. Normally, we need around like 6,000 a month. Yeah, yeah, and you will understand why very, very soon. Okay, check in my bag first, then we keep on talking about that. But the blue building right here, this is the public school. Okay, it starts right here. Yeah, this is the public school, and it finished right here. Really small, right? They built that school 19 years ago. It was supposed, originally, it was supposed to receive 120 kids. Right now they got over 600.
Wow.
Times 5, okay? Public school, let's talk about that. It's free, so perfect for people with low incomes or for people, there is some people that just don't care too much about education instruction, so they send their kid there. So once again, good for people with no money. You understand why you need a good driver like Raman here. Yeah, by the way, yeah, sorry once again. Raman, your driver, okay? One of the oldest driver of the company and one of the best. Thanks God once again, because you understand you need a good one, okay? So he's a bit crazy, but he's a good guy. Right, Raman? Alright guys, so let's talk back about the school. Once again, free for the public school, but everything is in Spanish. They've got local teachers and they are following the national Honduran program, which is not really good. Okay? Then, private school. I will show you the private school where I'm sending my 3 oldest sons. Each private school has a different price. The one I'm sending my son, that's not the cheapest one, that's not the most expensive one. We pay $220 per month per kid. Times 3, $660. Okay, start with everything I will tell you. We understand how you arrive till more or less 5,000-6,000. But so it's expensive, but that's our decision. If we want, we can send them in public school, but I don't want them to go there. In private school, everything is in English. They've got American teacher. They're following the American program, and the school have some partnership with some universities in US. Which means if they are good students, they probably will have the opportunity to keep on studying in the US. Okay. That's the idea. I want my son, I try to speak French home, my wife in Spanish, at school in English. I want my son to be able to speak like the 3 languages as fast as possible, as soon as possible. With French, English, and Spanish, they can, they can do whatever they want, so that's the idea. I know as well the price of the American universities, which is a big problem as well. So the idea would be if they can't go there, would be at least they will be able to go in Canada, in Quebec, where they speak French, or in Ontario, where they speak English. So that's as well another option. And there it's way cheaper for the university than in US. So it would be as well another option. So, but yeah, if you can't afford private school here, you definitely send a kid to private school. Definitely, okay? The later colors of Roatan right here. So, we're already up to the shop. So, Alukiliki, this is the really famous gift shop here. Everything you will see here is made all on the island or in Honduras. But it's not like nothing is coming from China or stuff like that. It's like local national art. Most of the things are made in wood, in mahogany, which is the strongest wood in the world. Okay, orange, red, beautiful stuff. Okay, so you take your time. In my tours, we don't have like, hey, we've got to the public hospital. This is Advil. So if you've got a headache or if you need to cut your arm, Advil, ibuprofen. That's it. That's the only thing the government provides to the public hospital. Once again, it's like for the public school, it's free. So at least for low-income people, if they've got a health emergency, they've got somewhere to go, but it's not good. Okay. Then you've got the private clinic. For example, I've got I don't know if you know what is influenza. Yeah. Okay. I got influenza for the first time of my life, like 2.5 months ago. I paid $489 for X-ray, for 3-layer box of pills, for COVID tests, influenza test, because I didn't know at that time what I had, and the consultation with the doctor, $489 American dollars. But guess what? We don't have insurances here, so everything you're paying for your health is from your pockets. Okay, we don't have car insurances, we don't have house insurances, we don't have health insurances. So that's the same. If you crash, 2 cars crash, call the police, they will say, okay, you're the guilty one, I'm the victim one, you pay for everything. Or you got $200 in your pocket, you call the police officer and you say, hey brother, you can take the $200. Oh, thank you sir. Wait, you're the victim one now and I will be the guilty one. Corruption. We will talk about that soon, okay? So yeah, no insurance for nothing. So that's why like when you got your kids sick, yeah, last time I got like 2 of them pigs sick and it was like $700 or $800, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. Now you start to understand school, health, all that stuff. It's very much money, okay? Talking about school, this is the private school. Now you can see and do the comparison. The blue building is the library right here. On the top of the hill, the white building, you see the school and the playground. So you can see clearly the difference. One of my sons is playing there. The oldest one. So yeah, you can see clearly now the difference in between private school and public school, right? So much better, right? So yeah, for your health, way better. If you can afford that, go in a private clinic, right? Now the water. Just to talk really quickly about the water. All the economy on the island of Roatan is coming from the west side by the chocolate factory where we will go after. All the resort, dive centers, like restaurant, bars, disco, everything is on the west side. So there they got electricity, water, internet at any time. But everywhere where we are heading through before arriving there, people only have water access 3 times a week for 12 hours. You never know which day and what time the water show up. This is the reason why I will try to show you. Look, the big water system right there, by the house. Everybody has big water cistern by their house. This way when the water show up, you can fill as much as you can to get enough water for the rest of the week, okay? In my case, once again, we are 6 living home. I pay $120 a month for the water. It's not too bad. We are living on an island with 6 people, you know. I'm not complaining for the water. I complain for electricity, okay? Just last information before we go to the boat. I pay between $1,200 and $1,500 per month for electricity. We'll talk about electricity after.
And then he's gonna come back and get us, and our stuff is still gonna be there.
Okay, guys, gonna come there. Just gonna do cross and go with Ramon.
How are you on this side?
Get on the side, everyone. Okay, follow your tour guide.
It's a well woman.
Sure.
Thank you.
Careful, buddy.
Alright, 1 minute. I'm going in.
Watch your step, guys. Okay. Wait, just 1 second. Alright guys, just would like to give you one information before we go on the glass bottom boat. At any time when you're gonna be sit on the boat, try to check both sides. Because sometimes if you stay watching one side, nothing happens. But maybe on the right side where you never check, you miss like 5 turtles, you miss like 6 cigarettes, a lot of fish. So at any time be watching both sides. If one of you watch something cool, please share your experience with everybody. Okay guys? Okay, follow me.
Here we go.
My head is bad.
Are you getting bites, buddy? Keep up with Daddy, please.
Okay, we just be waiting 1 minute right here.
He's laughing at himself, but maybe he's getting good.
Alright guys, we will have to wait like just 5 minutes. If you want guys, you can have a seat.
See that fish on there?
Those are actually aftermarket. It is aftermarket.
Make sure to pick up your feet when you walk. I just caught my toe on one of the boards.
And then mommy's gonna sit right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Over here.
No?
Hello.
Nobody needs to go
You sit in the middle now, please. See, a part of the second largest barrier reef in the world, after Australia, is the Bay Islands, and it comes all the way connected from Mexico. Once again, welcome. My name is Carmen, and I'll be your guide on the boat. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going to try and answer them. Any questions?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I have a question. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Have any of you been to Roatan before?
No.
No?
One.
Over here? You guys been here before? How long ago?
Look at the reef, buddy.
9 years ago. Okay. Well, welcome back home. Roatan is a home away from home. Okay, there is the corals already started. We have over 150 different species of corals, but I won't name them all to you because you won't be seeing them anyway. They are on both sides, baby.
Don't forget to look on the other side, okay? Oh, isn't it pretty down here?
Yeah. Fishes.
Now the fishes, whenever they hear the engine of the underwater coral reef explorer, they say to their friends, "Let's go." That's the boat that gives us a snack.
Yeah.
Let's go get our snacks. They give them breadcrumbs. What's your name?
That's all.
What's your name? Myra?
Mila.
Myla. Okay, Myla. Pretty girl and a pretty name. How old are you?
Oh, we go back.
70. Wow.
This
You
one's
give mom a
officially
lot of
solid
trouble?
Coco Cay.
You give mom a lot of trouble? Really? Thanks for being so informative and telling the truth. Okay. And what's your name, sir? OJ? RJ. Oh, okay. All right, RJ. You give mom a lot of trouble? Really? Oh boy, I'd rather use your mama than mine. I wouldn't want to be your mama. So she gives, Myla said she gives mom a lot
There's the
of
drop
trouble.
off, buddy.
RJ says she gives mom a lot of trouble. That's not good.
No.
Mama's always having trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, the yellow striped fishes, folks, that you see are called the sergeant majors. Just remember, everything that's on the land is in the sea. So they are the sergeants in the sea, the yellow striped ones.
In the drop off?
Sorry?
With Mr. Ray?
Alligators? You want to see an alligator? Well, you won't see it over here, nor either in the sea. Alligators be in swamps.
Look at all the fish.
The alligators are on the east side of the island, over at St. Helene. That's the last part of the island on the east. That's where the alligators live. And I don't go there because I don't want to see any alligators.
Me neither.
You do. Do you know that alligators eat you? You know that. But then you still want to see one. And you know, they don't even have a tongue. You know the alligator don't have a tongue?
Just teeth.
They only swallow. You know why the alligator don't have a tongue? Did you learn that in school? That the alligator don't have a tongue? You didn't know? They don't have a tongue. They only have throat to swallow. That's why they open up. Gone. No, they don't have a tongue. In our school, they told us that the dogs eat the alligator's tongue. That's why the alligators hate the dogs. Now, we don't know if that's a myth or what, but alligators don't have tongue. Okay, those corals, those that you see that are fanning back and forth, they're purple. They are the sea fan. And the sea fan is actually black coral. They have a covering over it. So when it washes up on the beaches, you can take the covering off and then you can see it's black coral. Now they fans back and forth because the current is strong, but they're not soft, they are hard. We have two kinds of reefs, the coral reefs and the frigid reefs. Both makes up the barrier reefs. Okay? Any questions now? No questions? So everybody know everything, right? I can shut up, right? Maybe you know everything already. Yes, ma'am?
Is this the bottom of the sea?
Can someone repeat to me what she said, please?
Is it the bottom of the sea?
The bottom of the sea.
It is right here.
No, we're not to the bottom.
It is right here.
The corals are on the bottom of the sea. Do you know how old the corals are? Ali? Do you know how old the corals are? You think they're old? You think they're old? No? Oh, okay. All right. But would you like to know how old they are?
Yes.
You would like to know? Oh. They've been here from the time the Lord made the earth. He made the corals. And He made them exactly how He wanted them to be. You knew that, Amila? You knew that? No? You didn't know that?
They release these and form new ones. The pieces break off and they grow other places and stuff. But who put the first ones here?
Everybody change seats. Okay. Over here changing seats too. Oh boy. Okay, the rounded ones are the brain coral, regardless of the size. There is some that look like little sticks. They are called the finger corals. If anyone happened to see a turtle or a stingray Shout it out so others can see it, please. If by chance, even though turtles and stingrays and eels and stuff, they are night creatures, but sometimes they come out in the day.
Do you have any dolphins over here?
Any?
Dolphins?
Yes, ma'am. But they do not come in the corals.
They don't come in the corals?
Neither the sharks nor the dolphins, because in the corals it's too shallow for them. And they know themselves if they come in the corals, they could probably die, because you're looking at the corals and you might say they're pretty or whatever, but they cut like knives. And anything that's out there that don't belong in the ocean, whatever, or soft things, they cut it out. These are part of the frigid reefs. And this area we go in over pure white sand, it's called a field. A field is an area where it's pure white sand in the center and the corals are around the edges. And in the center, corals never grow. We also have roads and highways in the corals. Did anyone see them? The tiny blue ones are called Dory in Finding Nemo. Tiny blue fish. Okay, they are the ones that be on the fields. The two-legged fish. Two-legged fish. Hey, two-legged fish over here. Two-legged fish. They are two-legged fish. They have one fins, right? Stingrays? Stingray? Stingray over here.
Another stingray.
You see it?
Down behind you there.
So the stingrays live in the fields?
They live all over. Yeah. More two-legged fish down there. Anywhere you see the bubbles, that's two-legged fish. Whales?
That's from the scuba divers.
When you get on a ship that you get out in the blue, you look out there and you might see whales. Sorry? Let me see if I can remember. I don't know, I don't remember. But they have some kind of whales in the, here in the waters, in the Caribbean waters. I think they said it's hunchback or humpback or something like that. Okay, these are the frigid reefs. They are part of what makes up the barrier reefs. And the yellow corals that you see on top of the frigid reefs, they are called rock corals. The rock corals need someone else to sit on. Okay? Any questions? No questions? So everybody know everything.
A group of fish.
How far is it?
They are called Roatans.
How far is the drop off?
Sorry?
How far does it drop off? Is it
How far?
how far?
How deep is it?
You mean how deep?
Yeah.
It varies. Probably about 60, 70, 75, 80. It varies.
100 or less, you would say, or just like right up on the edge here?
Probably 100 or more.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the frigid reefs. If you notice, you didn't see them at the beginning. The coral reefs are first, and then the frigid reefs are after. They are further in the blue. Yes, ma'am?
What is that? Why?
It's turning around.
She asked if we're turning around. Yes, ma'am. You wanted to go further, ma'am? Okay, any more questions? Okay, I have a question. Can anyone tell me how many years does it take for 1 inch of a coral to grow? Hold your thought. They grow extremely slow. And it's less than 100. Okay. Now. Sorry? 80 years? Who told you that? No, I'm just asking who told you that?
Look right there, buddy.
You're just guessing?
Look at that.
Okay, well, 2 thumbs up for
Little
you.
blue guys. Not big
2
blue guys.
thumbs up for you. 80 years for 1 inch of a coral to grow.
Wow.
They grow extremely slow. That's why they have to be protected.
Okay.
That's why you can't touch them. Does anyone know why you can't touch them? What would happen?
They
dies.
They died.
Sorry?
They died.
They die, right. They will die. Death to the corals is any kind of grease. And our human bodies have grease in it. So that's why you can't touch them.
Why are fish touching them?
Sorry?
Why are fish touching them?
I said humans.
Humans, we have grease in our
The
lives.
fish belongs to the sea.
That's what those divers down there, there's bubbles.
See the bubbles from the divers?
Okay, I have 2 articles here. Only one is a coral. Please remember, only one of them is a coral.
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy? I'm going to pass them around so everybody can have a look at it and feel it and touch it. And do it quickly so that I can explain it to you. Okay, does anyone know where the sand produces from?
Breakdown of shells and coral and stuff like that.
Sorry?
Where the ocean grinds up the
Stingray,
shells. And,
Stingray, that's the same one. He just got out of the sand. That's a big one. I'm sorry.
sand comes from like the corals and the shells and all that breaking up, right?
Four-legged fish.
Nope. But thank you, sir.
It was a try.
You tried. At least no one else answered. Anyone else? But thank you, sir. Where does the sand come from?
That's a hard one.
Finish with the articles?
God.
Rocks? Where the rocks are? Crushed up rocks. Where are the rocks? Everything out there is corals. Rocks are on the land only. Anything in the ocean is corals. No one else?
Just break down of the coral.
Breaking down of the corals? The corals don't break down. They're solid, hard. There is a grouper. The first group asked about grouper, but he didn't want them to see him. He wanted you guys to see him. Sorry? Fish bones? No, ma'am, but thank you. You're not a man? Are you a sir? You're a sir? Okay, sir, I'm sorry. Okay. So, everybody give up where the sand come from?
Comes from God. God.
Yes, you're
I
right.
was going to say, God, when he started the world.
Listen, God made it. When he made the earth and he made the corals, he established them. Yes. But he left someone to carry on producing sand. Because from the millions of years that the earth has been made, we don't think we would still have sand. And some areas here on the island, the sand is like a foot deep.
It's both.
Wow.
Yes, it's coming.
So, does the sand produce from? Come on, Ayla. Volcanoes? We were told volcanoes produce sand, yes,
Yeah.
but it's black. And the volcano that we have here in Honduras is never ever active. Matter of fact, they have tourism over there on the mountain where the volcanoes are. So everybody give up?
Yeah.
No?
What's your guess? Where does sand come from?
What is your guess?
The mountains, because when it rains, the rocks fall head into the river. The river, there's rocks and rocks inside the river, then the rocks fall into each other.
What
It's
is
tiny
that?
rocks, then and the
What
river
is
goes
that?
into the ocean, and the ocean wipes up the rocks, and then it goes into the sea.
Grandma, what is that?
It's rain, and then it's in the rocks, and then it all just keeps coming down and breaks down. It's from the rain. Erosion.
Thank you, Ayla, but no. Okay. Did anyone see any fishes nibbling on the corals?
Nope.
Yes.
But Ayla didn't see. But someone saw. Okay, remember everything that's on the land is in the sea, as I told you before. So, in the sea, on the land, we have buzzards. They keeps the coral, they keep the land clean. In the sea, we have buzzards. They keeps the corals clean. Whatever algae or anything that would grow on the corals, thank you, that would cover it, the parrotfish, and there is several species of parrotfish that we have here. They comes and nibbles on the corals and eats the algae off because it would cover over the corals and would kill it. So as they nibble on the corals, they eat the algae off, they swallow it, they digest it, and when they poop white sand. Okay, in our courses, when the teacher said that, we said yuck.
Yeah.
And she said, why do you say yuck? We said, because that means all these years we've been walking on fish poop.
Yeah.
She said, yes, so what? And we said, that means that's dirty. She said, no, it's not dirty. And we said, when in the world is poop clean? She said, that is clean one. So we said, how come it's clean? She said, any of you ever walk on the sand and got your feet sick? Well, we said, no. She said, okay, that means it's not dirty, it's clean. So she said, don't you say anymore, the sand is fish poop. It's purified fish poop. It's clean, it's not dirty. Okay? Okay, here is the two articles. I'm going to ask you folks to please identify which one is a coral. Who would say this is a coral? Show your hand, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're voting or not? Thank you.
I think it's both.
You didn't vote? But you have left your hand.
She said she thinks it's both.
Oh. All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Who think this one is a coral?
You can't vote twice.
Kyla, you can't vote twice. That's a bad citizen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Who over here think this one is a coral?
No one.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now, what the rest of you vote? Nothing? Bad citizens. All citizens should vote. If even you vote neutral.
Yes.
Okay. Well, left-handers, I'm sorry. Right hand is a coral.
I thought it was a trick. I thought it was a trick question.
This is the coral out there that's fanning back and forth. It's purple. It has a covering. Right there they
The
are.
other one, a moon rock.
Sorry?
What's the other one, a moon rock?
Is it a moon rock? The other one?
No. You're going too fast, I have to explain this one first. Okay? So these are the black coral. Out there when they washes up on the beaches, then when we pick them up and you can take the covering off it. It's just a covering and it's kind of chalky when it dry. So that's why I took it off, because it would mess your hands up. But that's the black coral. Now they call it sea fan because it fans back and forth in the water. But the right name is black coral. Back when the islands were British, the folks didn't know what to sift their spaghetti and flour and whatnot. And the British introduced them, whenever you find the black coral, use it as your sifter. These doesn't have any expiration date. They do not expire. They go from time to time to time to time, and they're still going. A lot of folks have them from the time the generations were here, from when the islands were British, and they're still in the same condition. Okay? They do not expire. Okay, what's this one you said? A rock? Nope. I give you a hint. We were told they use these in the beauty salons.
Pumice stone.
A pumice stone. Thank you. We call the pumice stone the island weather rock. Now you might say, oh, that's when it's wet, it's raining, or when it's dry, it's sunny. It's because before we have a hurricane or a bad weather, these floats up to the water top and comes into the beaches. And it's 5 or 6 weeks before the weather. So by the time the weatherman is announcing about the weather, hurricane, whatever, we say, chop, that is old news for us. We already knew that. Back when the islands were British, the folks only used to cook with wood. And they always had dirty pots and pans and didn't know anything about Ajax. So the British introduced them. Whenever you find the pumice stone, grate it and use the powder to clean your pots and pans. That was their Ajax for many, many years. Okay, folks, we're back where we started. Did you enjoy the boat ride?
Yes, very informative.
Thank you. I want to ask you a big favor. Please take back good words to your ship about our tours so that more of us can get some jobs. Because this is the only way that we can get a job. We only have 2 industries on the island. They are tourism and fishing. And only with tourism can folks find a little job to find something to do. We were told that 90% of inhabitants are working with tourism. Thank each of you very much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your cruise. God bless each and every one of you. And we love you. Thank you. And please come back to Roatan again. We have a little tip jar.
Follow daddy. Stay with daddy.
I think that's a tile.
Don't touch anything, okay? You okay? Pay attention to where you're walking and not your fingernails.
Okay, I start talking about electricity. Remember, guys? So electricity here is really expensive. Now, why that's such expensive? As I told you, I pay depending on the month, but let's say between like 1,200 and 1,500 per month. Why? We only have one provider, so of course they put the prices they want, and of course they are killing us. What happened is like 53 years ago, an American guy, he's now 95, 96 years old, is of course out of the business. He came here and he's the one who puts all the electrical system all around the island. So he made a huge job and he made it well, all right? The problem is like when he did it, he was really smart. He signed a contract of exclusivity and monopoly for the next 99 years with the Honduran government to be the only provider of energy. So we still have to deal with that company for the next 45 or 46 years, okay? That guy is, the part is about to fall. Right there on your right. Rainy season. We'll talk about that soon. Just to finish for the electricity, if a solar panel costs $100 in US, for us we have to pay the $100 plus the shipping fees from. So you will see the houses are way better than where we used to be before in Flowers Bay. Here, like all the houses worth at least 400,000 American dollars. Okay, 90% of the people living here are from US, Canada, or Europe. Okay, not too much local people living here. It's too expensive. For your information, talking about house and expensive rent and everything. Here, it's really hard because now of the high prices for the local people to buy a piece of land or property. If you need money, if you want to borrow to the bank, you don't borrow to the bank. The interest rate is 38%. So you try to have like good friends with money able to borrow, able to give you some money. I bought a car like 2 years ago, and I've got a friend from US, from New York. He's a nurse working for the emergency in New York. And I borrowed him $8,000, and he said, that's fine, like give me like $400 monthly, no interest. He's a good friend of us, you know. So you try to be helped with some good family friends like that, you know. Otherwise, you will never do nothing. The interest rates are killing you here. So it's too much. Oh, I've got a question for you. Have you, since the moment we start the tour, seen any street names or numbers? No, we don't have direction in that's true. You have to use some reference points, like a big building and stuff like that to explain. I got another question, by the way. You told me you didn't see any turtle today? You're lying to me, guys. I know you saw some. Check in front of you. On the building.
Under the building, but they got
There's
thrown
a
in
big
there.
turtle in front of you guys. Right here. We will start right here. This is the chocolate factory, so you will be able to take a nice picture, okay? So we'll go right there into the chocolate factory. Whenever you're done, you can come back straight to the bus, okay? I will go into the chocolate factory with you. You can, if you want to buy some chocolate, once again, you can pay there by credit card. No extra fees, okay? There is some samples, so you can try some free samples, and then if you want to buy chocolate, you can do your own boxes, okay?
You gotta hold one of our hands. You gotta stay with us.
That's part of being an Excursion. I was a little drunk. I get it. You can have a dog for being the little brother.
Oh, thank you.
The back of the left with the guy with the black hat.
Thank you.
Let's go look at some salmon. You already have a souvenir.
On the island, we don't have bad animals, okay? We've got snakes and we've got spiders. But we don't have bad snakes. None of them has any poison, okay? So the biggest one we have is the boa constrictor, right? The biggest one I saw was like around 15 feet, like 5 meters, pretty big, yeah? But not dangerous, okay? Then, what we have, as I told you, that's spiders. But that's not spiders, that's spiders, you know? Like the one under your seat, you know, with the so with hair like tarantulas, you know, so pretty big. Once again, they are not dangerous. The one we have, you can't die if you walk on, but you will have a little bit of fever, you know, like you will feel like lazy tipsy, you know, like you don't want to do nothing for a couple of days. With like a bit of fever for like 3 or 4 days, then you're good, okay? What we have, unfortunately, that's a lot of dogs, as you already saw, and cats everywhere. Here people, they don't care too much about animals. They will, most of them, have a puppy, a kitty for their kids, for special events, birthday or end of the year. And after a couple of months, they will understand they have to spend money for the vet, they have to spend money for the food, they have to spend money for a lot of stuff. So they prefer to open the door and just let them go, right? Of course, no surgery. So they keep on reproducing themselves. That's pretty complicated, right? Then, we didn't talk about the rainy season and fruits. Here on the island, we've got a strong rainy season. Remember the house, we will see it again now. The house, like one part already formed, and hopefully the rest will not, but it may fall as well. This is because of the rainy season. October, November, December, 3 months during the year. I don't know if you heard about in October, last October, about Sarah. Sarah is a tropical storm. For 3 days and 2 nights, it was like on the top of the islands, we received 28 inches of rain in 3 days and 2 nights. Yeah, that's pretty much, right? So yeah, it's raining strong here. If you're driving during the rainy season, most of the time when it starts raining, you will have to stop driving because you don't even have enough visibility to keep on driving safe. Most of the time, it will be driving by night, not too much during the day, like 9 p.m., 5 p.m., you know, stuff like that. Okay. This is the reason why we have so many fruits and vegetables everywhere here. Thanks, or because of it, thanks to the rainy season. Okay. We've got, okay, everybody knows what is plantains, right? The banana long one vegetable, so we've got plantains. We've got the small bananas, really good, super sweet. We've got the coconuts, yellow and green. The green one are bigger, so more water, but the yellow one are sweeter, okay? Then we got papaya, which is the best fruit you can eat for your stomach. Maybe you heard about that, that's really good for your stomach. Then you got that fruit you never saw before, you never heard about. It's called noni. You heard about the noni? Noni fruit. The noni fruit is the best fruit you can eat ever for 2 reasons. And the worst one for 1 reason. Why that's so good? That fruit, first, if you've got some blood pressure issues, the fact to eat that fruit will stabilize your blood pressure immediately. So really good. 2, if you judge you're in overweight, the fact to eat that fruit, this is the natural fat burner. So the fact This is awful. I can't explain you the test, but it doesn't look like nothing else. But it's horrible. Okay. I tried a couple of times, but right after, in general, I have to go outside and you have to go at night. It's really, really, really bad. Okay. Some of you wanna try later. That one is not ready to be eaten. It's still like strong. When it's like white and like a sponge, it's ready to be eaten. But now it's not ready yet. If you wanna try, buy the cruise ship port. We've got a lot. So try it, but please, out of the bus. The taste is bad. The smell is really bad. Okay? So I don't know if you heard about the durian and the Asian fruit. The smell is really bad, but the taste is good. The smell of that fruit is 1,000 times worse than the smell of the durian, and the taste of that fruit is 1,000 times worse than the smell. So it's really, really bad, right? Noni, if you want to check it, you get closer.
Yeah.
This is the leaves of the noni. The leaves are really good if you've got some pain in your knees, for example. You just like do like that with the leaves. It's where like the liquid into the leaves. We go outside, you put it here with like 3 or 4 leaves with a bandage, and you just chill. Tomorrow morning you feel way better. It works as well. It's anti-inflammatory. We've got that. What's that? Almonds. We got it everywhere. Okay? Well, sorry. And we've got, I didn't find that, but we've got as well cashew fruits.
Yeah.
So you know the nuts, the cashew nuts, right? But you don't know the cashew fruit, which is one of the best fruits you can eat as well. Really good. The fruit is like that. The nuts is really small. In your country, you only eat the nuts, but the fruits is like, I don't know, it's like very specific taste, but it's really good. It's juicy. It's really, really good. Okay? Alright guys, one more thing. I mean, not just one more, pretty much more. But we didn't talk as well about like the fact, like I told you, we are really touristical here, right? Because we've got people coming from the mainland, people coming from the cruise ship, people living here, so pretty much people at any time on the island. What you have to understand is that we have 2 cruise ship ports. The one first where you're staying today, which is the public cruise ship port of Roatan, where we can receive 6 cruise ships at the same time. Okay, Icon of the Sea, Wonder, Harmony, the Getaway. In 2 weeks for the first time, the MSC World America, now the new biggest cruise ship in the world. All of them, they're coming 1 time a week. It's not happening very often to have 6 cruise ships, maybe 1 time a month at the same time, but it happens. Okay. The public cruise ship port of Roatan is only working with Norwegian, MSC, Royal Caribbean, and Virgin. Right. Then you've got on the east side of the island another cruise ship port called Mahogany Bay, only working with Carnival Cruise, and they can receive 2 cruise ships at the same time. So it's not happening once again very often, but we've got days with 8 cruise ships at the same time. And believe me, you don't want to be here with 8 cruise ships. I hate be working days like that, because everywhere it's overcrowded. For the glass bottom boat, you wait 1 hour. For the chocolate factory, you wait 1 hour. Everywhere, it's a mess. So you're not enjoying. If you don't enjoy, we don't enjoy. Nobody's. I mean, you're just like finishing the day, like happy to be done instead of being happy to make you live a nice day. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same condition. So I don't like it too much. Plus, more the cruise ship port, and that's now you will understand how we've got this amount of people every day on the island. 3 cruise ship port. We've got as well an international airport. So we've got direct flights, daily direct flights, all year long from Miami, Houston, Fort Lauderdale, Denver, Minneapolis, and Atlanta. Daily flights, right? Plus, we've got 1 time a week flights every Monday between December and May from Canada, Toronto, Quebec, Montreal. Plus, we've got daily direct flight from Guatemala, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Honduras. So now you understand why at any time Luckily, the second largest coral reef in the world, so it's really good. Now, if we want to keep the reef the way it is, we should start to accept like every day, like just like 3 or 4 cruise ships, not anymore 7 or 8 or 6. It's too much, For the reef, it's too much. So the government is thinking in doing something like that from next year. Maybe just maximum days with 3, 4 cruise ships, no more, which is good idea. A lot of people here is complaining, thinking, yeah, we'll be working less and everything. Not necessary, that's still a lot of people coming every day. So you still, if you know your job, you will keep on being working every day. So that's for new people or people they just start, they are afraid. But I'm not agree with that. I'm happy if it's like that. Okay. Okay, we didn't talk neither about the politics. Right now, we've got a president, a lady as president. He's your president for 5 years. Okay, she will be done in November. Her name is Xiomara Castro. She's not good, she's not bad, she's here. Before her, we used to have a president 2 times. So 2 times 5 years for 10 years. A narco president. His name is Juan Orlando Hernandez. You heard about him? You heard about Pablo Escobar?
Yes.
Okay, our ex-president in 10 years, he might cross more drugs in between Honduras and United States than Pablo Escobar did. But thanks, guys, because now you got him for the next 587 years. He's chilling in jail in New York City. So thank you for keeping him with you guys. But guess what? Before him, we've got another president, as well, narco president, as well for 10 years. And guess what? That guy is the actual husband of our president. So we got a cool lady as president, but the reality is like the guy is still doing his business. You know what I mean? So this is the reason why, unfortunately, here, Roatan and Honduras, but specifically Roatan, is not going up as fast as it should because we've got too much corruption. I don't know if you've been in Cayman Islands or Bahamas. There, they are way more modern than us, but they've got way less tourism than us. What happened here? Like each single people like you coming here for the day, into your tickets for your cruise ship, into what you paid, there is $12 coming from the island of Roatan, like a tax, okay, for everybody. Imagine 5 ships, not even 8, 5, 8,000 people, 40,000 people extra for the day here. We talk about $500,000 in one day just for the tax. So the island is receiving a lot of money. What they do with the money?
Right.
We've got all roads, it's narrow, the government, we don't have retirement for old people. Here, if you don't work, you die. Okay? We don't have health insurances for old people or for mothers with like 3 kids without job. There is absolutely no help from the government. So what they do with the money, that's a good question. Okay? So we will not go into that thematic too much. Anyway, we're back to the cruise ship part. But yeah, what you have to understand is Roatan is paradise if you work hard. I'm 37 years old. I've got 4 kids. I've got 2 arms, 2 legs. Luckily, I can walk, But for like old people not able to walk anymore, it's really complicated. If you don't have kids, old, like helping you, you unfortunately just like falling. Okay, so that's a very nice place and spot, but yeah, you have to be quick. Okay, guys. So yeah, I've got some good news for you. Your ship is still there. So you're not staying with me tonight to try iguana. I hope you got a good time, guys, and you have a good day with us. 10:30 back to the cruise ship port. If some of you want to do anything else, even if it's not directly with us, you can just walk around here. It's really safe, okay, at any time. So cool. If you judge your driver, Ramon, he made a good job and he drive you safe and he care you guys. If you want to tips him, you can tips him directly. Okay, the tips are separated in between your driver and your true guy. So if you fail to tips him, you can do that directly. And if you judge, I made a good one. Thank you very much in advance, guys, and God bless you. And I'm waiting for you next week. Yeah. No, definitely. What about the food into the boat? That good?
Yes.
Yeah? All right. But you don't have iguana.
We chase the driver.
I try it.
This is mango. Check the mangoes on the tree. You can see the little mangoes?
Yeah.
All those trees are mangoes. So I forgot to talk about mangoes when I was talking about the fruit. We've got 6 kinds of mangoes all around the island. So those ones are called the green mango. There you got the purple one. They will grow up like more or less that size. Okay? Here you don't buy mango. It's just grabbing from the floor, you wash it and you eat it with the skin. It's really good. Okay? This is the almond tree. The little almond I show you is coming from that. And last information of the day, right here on your left, this is the oldest cemetery of the island of Roatan called Willie Warren. Willie Warren used to be the first mayor of the island of Roatan in 1852. You remember this specific year? 1852, this is when the 3 islands got officially part of Roatan. So Willie Warren used to be officially the first mayor of Roatan being part of Honduras. Okay. So in his memory, they put his name for the cemetery and his name for the whole area of the island.
But where's the bubble? Then what's that bubble?
That's an adult pool. You guys haven't got there.
Where in France is home?
I'm not talking about it right now.
What's he asking about? Minecraft? Oh. I'll say if I hear Minecraft one more time.
Dean, why don't you go hold Daddy's hand for me? Go hold Daddy's hand.
Do you need anything here, Mom?